And welcome back. Tom's spending the afternoon over at the Landers Theater.
He's getting all the behind-the-scenes scoop of Springfield Little Theater's Something Rotten. How's it going, Tom?
It's going fine, and in case you haven't noticed, you know Game of Thrones? I won one. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, as you heard, I'm at the Landers Theater. Something Rotten is going on here, and here's kind of the focal point of Something Rotten. This is Eli DePriest is how we all know him. However, he takes on a whole different persona for the rest of this week at the Landers. Tell me what's going on.
Oh my gosh. Well, Something Rotten. I play William Shakespeare in the show, who at this point, it is the mid-1590s, and he is at the very top of his career. It's the peak of his fame. Everyone knows his name, and the plot of the show is that there are two brothers who are also writers at the same time.
Okay.
But at this time, with Shakespeare's fame and glory, it's hard to get your name in anywhere because his shadow is always over
Everybody is second, yes.
Absolutely. So it's a whole 2 hours of just hijinks and trying to one-up each other at some points. And
Okay, before we go any farther into that, Shakespeare. Am I going to have to know Shakespeare and understand all the forsooths and all of that to enjoy this show?
Oh, no, not at all. It definitely helps if you do. If you're a fan of Shakespeare, then you'll appreciate all the wit and cleverness of the writing of the show. But the great thing about the show is that it's all in a dialogue that we're having right now, very modern lingo. And then every once in a while, there is a Shakespearean lingo thrown in that kind of plays as the joke.
Okay, and this is kind of an homage to musical theater as well, is it not?
Yes, absolutely. What I've heard myself and what I keep telling people is that this show is it's an original story, and it's like a love letter to musical theater. It teases at it, but it also celebrates it in a full 2 hours.
Okay, you are speaking in the vernacular of that time when you do speak. Is that correct?
Correct.
Shakespeare
I
does?
probably do it the most out of a lot of people, but
the other people know. What is the difficulty for you as an actor to be? I mean, you're talking from the 1500s to the 2000s. What is that like, working in that kind of, dialogue exchange?
Oh, well, it's, I could say at the very beginning, I didn't know what I was saying. I definitely had to research what I was doing.
Right.
And making sure that you know the intention behind everything that's said in Shakespearean lingo, because if you don't, then the jokes don't land, or the lines don't quite make sense. You don't know how to play the scene. But compared to modern lingo, it is a challenge, but a healthy one, and I enjoy it. Yeah.
It's a good stretch for you as an actor, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
Music. The brothers are trying to write a musical, right?
Correct.
So are we treated to music during this show?
Oh, absolutely. And not only a musical, they're writing the world's first ever musical.
Oh,
so to everyone, it is completely unknown. If you can imagine what the first musical would be like if it was exaggerated and nuanced, then that's kind of what we're given. So.
What's your greatest challenge that you have to face, performing every night?
Well, it's such a blast to play this role. However, I will say it is the complete opposite of me as a person in every way. He is pompous. He's big-headed. If anything, he's infallible. He can't do anything.
Well, he's the greatest of his era.
Absolutely.
And even after that era for a lot of people.
And just in this day and age, you have to think about everything you're doing just to make sure that you're a good person, and he's not a good person.
Is it fun to play that, though?
Absolutely. No, you could say he's an antagonist of the show, but he doesn't see himself as a villain. I guess you could put that word on him, but he's just doing what he knows, and he's...
Are there some things that people really need to watch for if they're in the audience? Things that you need to pay attention to this. This is going to surprise you. Anything like that in the show?
I would say the whole underlying message of the show is to thine own self be true.
Okay.
So there's no need to put up a front to really show who you are. You don't need to put on a facade. And so through all the Shakespearean and all the jokes, if you catch that undertone of that message throughout the show, then you'll leave fulfilled as well as entertained.
So once again, though, you don't have to know Shakespeare to have a great time with this show. Now, you still have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, is it four performances?
Yes. 4 more performances.
And I understand you have some special ticket prices. Is that what I understand?
Absolutely. So we have a secret code that we're putting out on the social media that you can get $10 off any ticket that you get. So if you want to get a seat in the Landers at a discounted price, definitely use that code.
Okay, that's a deal and a half, and you know it. So come to the Landers. We've got more from right here on stage at the Landers in a little bit. Back to you. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hey, Tom, do they know that you have a history of musical theater? Like, because you might want to be in the show this weekend. They might ask you.
You know, they're kind of aware because we sit here and we talk about shows while we're waiting to do this. So, yeah, they know I've done things like this, but I leave it to the people who are really good at it. That's the best way to do it.
All right, fair enough. Coming up, learn all about